Anybody there? Anybody want to chat? Or scared to donate? Scared I will ask you for donations. Okay. Hello Greenfield, how are you doing? Thanks for joining in. Did you see any of the live streams on Facebook? I did about four or five on there. Where are you? No, it's very warm. I've just done the marathon this morning from 6:40 in the morning, and it was about 27 degrees then, and by the time I finished it was about 36. Should have started earlier to get it out of the way, but didn't really sleep that much last night. Karaoke on next door for one. Live feeds that I did on Facebook. Where in Oz are you, mate? Nah, only this today was lonely. Well, not lonely, I was on my own, but my wife and kids live half an hour away. So once I'm recovered tomorrow, I'll be back home. Celebratory drink. The first one didn't touch the sides, that's the second. But you don't really get cold beer at this homestay, which is a bit of a nightmare. There's a fridge, but it's not cold. It's like it's been in there about an hour tops. Very not very powerful fridge. You need a cold beer after doing 42 kilometers, that's for sure. Terrible, mate. My Vietnamese is terrible. I mean, I can like strike up. I can talk to people in basic Vietnamese, and they understand that I don't speak much, so they kind of reply to me in basic words. Yeah, I can converse with them, but only for a limited time. They start to start chatting to me, and they think you're fluent, and so they ramble off a few words, and I'm lost, and it's over my head. So I get confused, and then they get bored, so they stop talking to you. My family speaks English. Well, I say my wife speaks English, but my wife's family just broken Vietnamese. I chat to my wife's mum, but she's half deaf, so that doesn't help. When she's half deaf and doesn't understand your Vietnamese, it doesn't really help at all. So I hardly talk to her. Just the odd word here and there. Her brother, who works in Hanoi, I see him when he comes home, and we speak in broken Vietnamese. He knows one or two English words, but it's mainly Vietnamese. We've got 3 people on. Who's online? The chat, live chat doesn't normally come up so much. So I'm in a nice setting here at the homestay with the trees and banana trees. More like a concrete garden really, but still quite pleasant. Yeah, well, my son is 5 next month. He speaks English to me, but he speaks Vietnamese to everyone else because he goes to school in Vietnam. He watches English TV, well, cartoons, and also he's got friends in Vietnamese, kids at school and things. So yeah, it's not bad here. It's a basic homestay. I mean, I'm not sure you saw my video yesterday, but I did a little walk around, show the room, the shower, and around the gardens, and yeah, it's all right. 300,000 per night, just about. You see, in Asia, they wore masks before the pandemic, and it's difficult to know if they're wearing the masks now because of the pandemic or because of what they used to wear it for anyway. Because when you're riding a bike in Hanoi, the locals tend to wear masks anyway on riding their bikes, but nobody's wearing masks. Nobody's wearing masks. Foreign tourists aren't wearing masks. They're all just freely walking about, and it's just basically normal now. There seems to be no COVID. You get yourself over, you'll see. I mean, today when I was walking around doing the marathon walk, every tourist was on bicycles and what have you. None of them, absolutely none of them, wore a mask, and none of the locals were wearing masks. It was just basically, I think, when you're in Hanoi or somewhere, the restaurants or whatever, they might be wearing masks. Yeah, there's not as many as before the pandemic, but there are picking up in numbers. They were expecting 5 million. They were targeting 5 million tourists by the end of this year, but I think they're only up to, what was it, about 1.8 or 1.9 million, I think. I mean, it's mid-October. Cheers, mate. Yeah, it's pretty beautiful around there. Around here, I mean, around Ninh it's just unbelievable. But my village as well. I mean, if you've seen Vietnam Village Life, that's my other channel. That's where you get to see the real Vietnam. And it's not a tourist spot or anything like that. The people there don't know what tourists are. They're just workers. They work in the fields, they work in construction, they work in the factories. They just basically get on with their lives. No, I don't think they were anyway. They stopped the testing in May, I think, when you arrived in. I think it was after about the 15th of May. I think they stopped asking for tests. So you should be able to come in quite freely. Yeah, Ninh Binh's my favourite, but Ba V's quite nice, and it's cooler because it's up the hills. It's up in, you go around up into the hill. and there's a nice little resort on the top of there. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's Melia. And they have a nice swimming pool and nice grounds, nice rooms, beautiful. We stayed there with my mum, and it was a beautiful place to stay, and you could reach out and touch the jungle. It was cool. And people from Hanoi will go there at weekends. I wouldn't go at weekends, but I'd go during the week. There's no vaccination needed to come to Hanoi, to Vietnam. You don't need to have vaccination. I mean, the last time I heard anything about needing anything was in May, and that was to say that you didn't need any testing on arrival. So, insurance, I haven't heard any updates on that. $10,000 insurance per person to cover you in case of any problems, but most people do travel with insurance anyway, and $10,000 is not a lot. I mean, most travel insurance policies are way up there, 100,000, a million, whatever. So you can get if you're coming for two weeks, I'm sure you'll be able to get an insurance policy, no problem. A lot of people haven't even been asked for them on arrival, so I don't know if you need them or not. Visas change all the time. That's why we'll never deal with visas ever again. 1 minute you're booking a visa for somebody, and the next minute it's changed. So we don't bother with it. Yeah, Hanoi is a great place to live in. We've lived in Hanoi. We lived in Long Bien. We didn't live in the rich part of Tay Ho, but we lived in the cheap bit. But we enjoyed it. December 2019. Well, actually, it was earlier than that. It was about July. We decided to build a small house in the village on my wife's mother, or actually brother's land, because their father passed away and passed it down. And we built a little house. And I did a video of that on Vietnam Village Life. Have a look at that. It's had about 2,000 views, which is more than most videos. We decided to build that in 2019, and then December 2019 we moved from Hanoi to this village. And lo and behold, the pandemic hit in the January, and we were like, wow, that was timing, good timing. Yeah, I mean, Tay Ho is full of Western expats. It's got all the restaurants and bars and the bakeries and things like that. It's a great place to go. I used to go there and get my bread from Saint Honor. And there's also Elle's Place, which has got lots of Western stuff. Little sauces and packets and cereals and biscuits and all sorts of stuff that you get back in the West there. Brilliant. So, they're obviously a little bit more expensive, but if you're missing your HP sauce, actually, I don't think HP sauce was there. I can't remember seeing that. I do remember seeing some various tea bags. I mean, I'm an Englishman and from the north, and we like our Yorkshire tea, but they didn't have any Yorkshire tea. I think that's a bit more too niche for these people. I get my Yorkshire tea from our clients that come from Britain, sometimes Australia. Yeah, probably that, Joanne. That's made me fresh. Well, it was about an hour ago I landed. Well, no, was it an hour ago? Yeah, just over an hour ago that I landed. Nice one. Yeah, the Irish like the tea as well, and the whiskey. But yeah, Joanne, I'm feeling okay up top. Don't even talk about my legs or ankles, knees or anything like that. I'm just absolutely wrecked. With the little bit of training that I did, I mean, how much I was tanking down those buffets in Hoi An and Da Nang, because for those that don't know, I was in Da Nang and Hoi An for my holidays for 2 weeks, and I bumped into Anne, who's been a loyal subscriber for over 2 years, and we ended up going out for drinks and food, and I was telling her that I do normally smash the buffets at hotels because it's included. I want to make sure I got my money's worth, and I think they lose when I turn up at these hotels, but the buffet breakfast went down quite a way. Thank you, Joanne, old boy. Thanks. My knees definitely feel it. Honestly, I actually felt my knees were feeling it 10 to 15. I've got really bad knees. and 10 to 15 kilometers it was hurting then. And I remember seeing hearing 30 kilometers come up on my phone. I was like, oh God, we're nearly there. We're three quarters of the way there. But my legs were really killing me. And you know, with all those buffet breakfasts and you know, drinks and enjoying myself on my holiday, it was literally a week before I was meant to do this marathon, and you're supposed to do loads of training, and it's just, I didn't, and I suffered today. I will suffer tomorrow as well. I know that for a fact. But and they don't have cold beer, Joanne. God, it's a nightmare, these homestays. Their fridge is like on 12 degrees or something. David, how you doing, mate? Well, I did it, mate. I did it. And thank you for those extra donations. I'm trying to find what this guy was asking. One more question. Would you recommend going to Hanoi with a tourist visa and then find a job, or would it be better to organise a job before I leave? It's a difficult one, mate. Not having had to have a working sort of environment here other than my agency, but that's through being married to my wife and that. I've got sales and marketing, basically with the Labour Department. That's what my role is. I don't know what's the best thing to do. I mean, if you're a teacher, you could maybe approach some schools and they might be able to get your work permit sorted, because the month's tourist visa will be gone before you know it, and you might not have got sorted. So it may be best, and because there is only e-visas for a month, Joanne will tell you she's had to do visa runs a couple of times. Joanne went through to Laos, and it's a long old day, isn't it, Joanne? You've got to do it every month, and that's the way it is at the moment in Vietnam. They won't allow 3-month visas or anything like that. 90 days. Yeah, 3 months doing a trip to Laos was okay. You know, do a 24-hour trip, but now it's like you get your e-visa, you come in, and you're literally planning to get your next e-visa and do a visa run. It's a nightmare. Just haven't got anything other than a month, mate. That's all. 1 month, 30 days e-visa, and that's only for 80 countries. So countries like South Africa, Israel, and Barbados, just to pick out a few, don't have, are not on the list. Yeah, Joanne will help you out with the info if you need it for the visa run. I mean, she'll actually send it to me, and I'll try and make a video for it, just to show you how difficult it is. It might sort of G up the immigration and the government to sort of, come on, let's get some 3-month visas allowed, because there's a lot of people who want to come for a longer time. I don't know. I mean, not on a tourist visa there isn't, unless they've got something somehow. I mean, I have met people, Israelis. I met Israelis here in Ninh a few months back in April, I think it was. 2 Israelis riding a bicycle. They said, I said, how are you here? Because I know we have a family here now. They've had to pay over the odds to get a visa here. There are methods, but we don't deal with that. And they said, yeah, we had to. I think they paid $160 each to get the visa just for the tourist, just chance to see Vietnam as a tourist. And the client that's here now for us, who was going to come in April, I had to defer until October because of the visa situation. They said they had to pay. He didn't tell me how much. He said he paid. So I think he's had to pay quite a lot just to get over here for a few weeks. So yeah, it's not good. David, was that you, the anonymous $200? I've missed some messages there. I've used your heat pads, by the way, David. They come in really handy, actually. And I haven't got one on now because I wanted to get this live stream done. I couldn't get it set up on my computer for some reason. It was still set up as a GoPro camera, and I don't have the GoPro camera, so I had to use my phone. I tell you what, that walk today was, in a way, enjoyable. I mean, Joanne, you know what it's like here. David, you've got to get yourself out here because it is stunning. I enjoyed the sort of scenery, just didn't enjoy the kilometers on my legs. My God, my legs are terrible. So I didn't get the mileage in beforehand to prepare myself, and so I'm gonna sort of think about next time. Might have to do it a little bit different. Not go on holiday 2 weeks before I go. Oh, thank you, Duke Valentino. Cheers now. Okay, so guys, that walk, man. David, was that you? Are you sure that wasn't you? That anonymous donation? I have my sneaky feeling there. This is all right. Yeah, it's cheap place. 300,000 per night for a double room. It's just up there. It's yeah, it's pretty decent. I mean, the shower works. You've got shower gel for the shower. The toilet paper is actually proper good quality premium toilet paper. Now, you know, some of these homestays that when I was at school it was tracing paper. Remember that stuff? Jesus. But this is proper stuff. This is proper premium toilet roll. And that kind of gives you an idea what they're like. They don't have any food in the restaurant or the area where the chairs are. I just asked if they had a banh mi, but they don't. But I'm not even sure they do food in an evening. There's plenty of restaurants around. I may have to walk there. But yeah, I could do with some food actually. The only thing I've got is what somebody sent to me. Somebody sent these, and I don't think. No, they're just mini ones. They're a bit soft. 12 grams of fat. Really don't care. Yeah, you got to have, haven't you? Dunny. Bloody hell. You bloody Aussies. Good state of that. Doesn't look quite like a marathon, does it? Snickers. It's a bit soft as well. Oh man. I'm going to need some proper food. I was trying to do the live stream on the computer so I could check out the restaurants nearby. Maybe give them. I know one guy. He does pizzas and burgers, so I might just pop down there. But it's a bit of a trek to walk. I'm not going to walk there. Yeah, I wish. Buffet breakfast somewhere. Well, this'll suffice for the moment. I won't be on the live stream long. I need to go and get some food in me. I've only had bananas and that banh mi this morning, and a bit of mango. So, need to fill that belly. So did any of you see the live streams on Facebook? Did you catch them? I think I did about 5. I just ran out of credit just after my last one, and I wasn't intending on doing a new one anyway. We've got so many lemons, David. So many. The lemon cheesecake's coming up, I'm sure. Lemon meringue. The lemons we've got, they were all pretty green. But now they're looking quite yellow. Just like a lemon's supposed to look like. Yeah, I recorded the live stream for Facebook, but I also recorded it on my GoPro. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a proper video of my day walking around Ninh, and I'll upload that to YouTube. When are you here actually, Joanne? You said 14th in Hanoi, is that right? I'm going to have to get another beer. Oof. Those are warm beers, man. Oh, might ask for a muk cup daar, cup of ice. But drinking beer with ice is just a no really. But those of you who've been to Vietnam before, Joanne, you know it's like if they haven't got a fridge, you know they're gonna have warm beer, and they always bring you a cup of ice. And in Hanoi now, nice one. Well, actually, I'll be in Hanoi on Thursday. I've got to go and do some paperwork, get some paperwork done, and I was planning on meeting my mate Aki as well for a couple of beers. So if you're there Thursday, I'll be staying over because I need to make sure I get this paperwork done, and I also need to get it sent by DHL. Yeah, tradition, classic Vietnamese warm beer. They bring the crate out and put it on the table, and you go, "Oh, come on." Let's just drink rice wine then. Yeah, so Joanna, I'll be there on Thursday. Do some stuff at a place in Khao I think, or maybe Ba Dinh. But then I'll be staying in the Old Quarter area overnight, and it's overnight just in case I need to go there again in the morning for the paperwork. But I also need to, as I say, send something by DHL, and it needs to be proper service because I've got original documents that I don't want to lose. So yeah, I'll be there Thursday, and Friday morning do something else, and then Friday lunch I'll probably head back home to a much awaited wife and kids, because I've left them alone 2 days already. It's going to be tomorrow before I get home, and then it'll be the next day I'll be away for 2 days as well. Not great for her, the 2 kids, but I had to go to Thailand. Thursday I've got to go to Hanoi. Hanoi Royal. Mame. It's not spelt that way, is it? Mame. Hanoi Royal. What number? What number, Mame? Oof. Got to go and try a cold beer. Bloody horrible. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Go and get some refreshments. Enjoy the view. Oh, bloody hell. That, it's a bit colder. Not much colder. That's alright. One more Snickers and I've got to get some proper food in me. Like a burger or something. A dirty burger. Ah, New Day's great. Did a video on that one. Funny enough. We used to go there all the time. For lunch or dinner. Not sure my battery's charging. I'm plugged into my computer, but that doesn't charge it very well. The battery I've got doesn't charge it. Rubbish. Ah, I mean chocolate's alright, but I need something decent. Fish and chips. Joanne, where are you staying when you're in Ninh? I know you're going to Scots for a few days, but where's the first place you're going? Wonder where Thomas is. Thomas always misses these live streams or premieres. Mind you, he does work. Two down. Need some food. Joanne, I thought you were telling me the name of the homestay you were staying in Ninh. Well, then I realised you were having what you were having. Rice and morning glory. Come on. You've got to be joking me, man. There's better meals out there than rice and morning. I tell you what, I'm not having rice and morning glory when I get down that town. It's going to be a dirty burger or something. Might even be goat. That's if any of you are on there that don't know about it, goat is the delicacy here in Ninh. I saw plenty of goats when I was walking around. There was a goat farmer just down the road, a lady there. That steak was good. But I was talking to my wife about what we'd chosen for that night. We were quite conservative with what we chose because we don't want to spend too much money. But then when David paid, we were like, oh, bloody hell! I wish I'd picked the biggest steak. Sorry, David. Well, yeah. And that was the same. So I should have just picked the biggest one, even if I couldn't manage it. I did that with a mate of mine in Hanoi at El Gaucho's, Steve from Middlesbrough as well. He came to visit and he said, oh, let's go to the steakhouse. And I was like, yeah, all right. And I knew that these were like, expensive steaks for what we normally eat. And I picked like a mediocre steak. I don't know, 450,000 or 500,000. He picks a proper steak for about $1 million, and we went halves on the bill. I was like, ah, oh, I couldn't believe it, man. Bloody hell! He never even thought anything of it. He just thought, let's go halves, shall we? Yeah, all right. 1 million steak. But Nat doesn't eat a lot. Well, that's a lie. She does eat a lot, but in the presence of others. Although that place we went to, Joanne, afterwards in the Old Town, with the eggplant and all the other different dishes, we ordered quite a bit there, didn't we? She wolfed all that down, like. But yeah, no, she doesn't order the expensive stuff. I think she still thinks at the back of her mind that, you know, we're still not back to normal with business. We're still not getting the inquiries or the bookings that we need. We don't know what's happening next. It could be a bloody nuclear war next month. Who knows with this madman Putin? So we could be, you know, it could be nobody travelling to Vietnam. So there'll be no business at all again. So we've just we've got to calm it down a little bit. 2 weeks on holiday was mainly for our 5th wedding anniversary. So we only seem to go on holidays for an anniversary or a birthday. It was my 50th last year. We went to Phu Quoc, did loads of videos on that, and then Da Nang and Hoi An for our 5th. We don't just go on holiday every year just because it's a holiday time, but so we don't want to spend too much. So yeah, Nat will pick the cheapest on the menu if it's a steak, because she'll freak out at the price. Next time we'll order the really big one, and then we'll all share the costs. Bloody hell! Well, I'll tell you what, it's nice and cool in this garden. It's very well covered. It's baking hot outside. Lots of trees, lots of coverage. It's very nice. I won't even go there, not on a live stream. But it was quite funny today. I saw a group of people looking for a boat ride. I pointed out where it was, and literally 5 minutes later they were driving past. Obviously didn't get a discount. Didn't go on it. I'll let you decide what we're talking about there. Wow, man. What time are we on? 3:30. Oof. We'll have a chat about our experiences, Joanne, when you visit. David, you'll have to come up and see me in the village in March, April, when you come over. You got 2 months, right? You'll have to come up the north. Well, you must come to the north because your auntie lives in Hanoi, so I'm sure you're going to visit her, right? In the Hoan Kim district, is that right? So yeah, definitely come out and see us in the village. Nat said that you wanted breakfast, lunch and dinner cooking for you. Might be a bit of a struggle, that one. It depends where you want to live, stay. There's no homestays in our village. You sleep at the Bia Hoi. The Bia Hoi guy is selling phở bò and bò sot vang, which is pretty good. 4 people watching. You, David, and who else? Shout out, guys, shout out. It must be subscribers, because I think, oh no, maybe not subscribers, or they're not logged in. 6 now. 6. So guys, yeah, I am a travel agent, but don't take this as being alcoholic. I've just done a 42-kilometre marathon, and I think I deserve a few beers and a chat with my subscribers. So if you have sent an email looking for a trip, I'll be on it, don't worry. I'm always on it. Quite a lot of hours of the day, actually, and so I need my downtime. I keep finding bloody peanuts in the back of my throat. These bloody Snickers. Yeah, if I eat something now, it's like 3:30, isn't it? What will I be eating for dinner? I don't know. Sorry, I'm gonna have to go in. Do my head in that. Peanut in the back of my throat. Do you see the heart? That's the heart there. One of those Instagram spots. Yeah, Namding actually got a really nice one. Nam Kuang, I think it's called, right near the lake. It's near a pharmacy that we use and a bank. That was nice. Swimming pool as well. David, you could stay there. It would be cheap as chips. I think my mum would probably stay there or something like that when she comes eventually. When she gets herself a new passport. But yeah, there's plenty of hotels in Namding, and I'm interested to see what is available, the nightlife in Namding, because I mean there are some barbecue places, there are a lot of great food places in Namding, and I'd like to get Nat to go out there, but with the kids now, you can't really do it. Can't really do it, especially not on a bike. Dalat, I don't know about Dalat. I mean, I went there 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, but I didn't think much of it. But I've seen Paddy Doyle do a video there, and it seemed all right. I mean, he was on one of those little like monorail things, you know, riding the monorail around through the jungle or whatever. So that looked quite cool. But other than that, I don't know what else is there. We never really send anyone to Dalat and Mouinet because of the hotels just don't seem to be the greatest, and Mouinet is very windy. Unless you're a kite surfer, Mouinet is great. But Mouinet used to be a bit like Nha Trang. When I was there back in 2011, I was given a menu in Russian at the restaurant. That was that was literally 2011. That was presuming I was Russian. So back then, I mean, I doubt there's many Russians there now, like, but Mouinet was a bit like. But Dalat, yeah, not one for me, to be honest. I think I prefer the Mekong and Saigon. Need to get down to Saigon one time. See, with the YouTube channel, I've been doing videos Hanoi a lot, Ninh Binh a lot, and Sapa and what have you. I need to get up to the northeast, but you know, time permits and money as well. I don't want to be spending all my money just to make a video that doesn't generate any money through YouTube. It may generate a client, but I do need, and I've done Hoi An and Da Nang now. I've done Hue. So basically, it's time to get down to Saigon. Oh, I've done Phu Quoc. So it's down to Saigon, so Saigon and the Mekong, and then I'll have pretty much video for all the country. I generally want to give sort of informational videos for my clients to put in their itineraries at different locations, you know, just to show where's best to go for food, where to go for a stroll, things things like that. So it's not solely to do with YouTube, etc. It's just that that's the platform I use to hold it. And if I make a few quid on it, then so be it. But it's not really my main goal. It's to show the clients what is available in those areas. Nam Ding is good. Well, it's where Pho Bo originated from, the beef noodle soup. But there's a lot of restaurants there. A lot. I did a series of videos actually because I couldn't get into Hanoi. I was not allowed to get in across the border during the pandemic. So I did some food videos in Nam Ding, and there's plenty of food there. Similar food to Hanoi, like the Binh Zan, which is like a big buffet for working men. And there was the breakfast. I can't remember the name of it now. The breakfast with the basically a hot plate with the egg and the sausage and the pate and potato and onions, and bit like an English breakfast, a poor man's English breakfast. No black pudding or anything like that. No toast. Well, they have a baguette with it. So it's very similar to that. That was there. I did a video on that, and there was some other interesting food there as well in Nam Ding. But I say the barbecue tends to be for like groups, big groups. So we haven't actually tried that. I've got to see what my 6% battery. Bang mi chow. Is that what that is? That breakfast? I can't remember. It's got an egg in there and bits of sausage and pate. It's pretty nice actually. I mean, seeing it getting done, it's very tasty. Oh, I'm making myself hungry now. Egg and chips. That's all I need at the moment. Have a look at my playlist of videos, David. I can't look at the moment. Have a look at the food series, street food series, because I think it's in there. I can't remember what it's called. There's I might have it on my computer here. Playlists. I've got food. I've got all sorts of food. Yeah, I can't see that. Phone's in the way. That's weird. Okay. Vietnam street food series. Yeah, Vietnam street food series. Have a look at that. The last one, the first one was Bun Cha Phu Ly, which is in the next province from us. But yeah, there's the biggest lunch in Vietnam. That was the Bun Bo. That was the Com Vinh Gian. Best breakfast in Vietnam. That's yeah, that's there. But as I say, guys, I don't know the name of it. I can't remember it. I had a video there. Okay, so my MacBook is low on battery and my phone is low on battery, so I think I'm going to bid you guys adieu. If I can get the bloody live chat up. Room service, yeah. See you Thursday sometime, yeah, definitely Joanne. Messages. David, thanks for watching, mate. Yeah, I'm gonna be pads all over my body tonight, I tell you. I could do with a bag of ice for my knees, that's for sure. I'm going to see how I am now before I take a wander and get some food, because there's nothing here. So, guys, thanks for joining us for my post-marathon walkabout through Ninh Binh. And if you get a chance to have a look at Facebook, check my live streams out there. There's a few videos on there, guys. And I will be doing a video that will give a sort of overall look at how I did through the day on YouTube as well. So stay looking out for that video. Thanks for staying tuned at the moment. Click like, share, do whatever you like. Yeah, I forgot this morning. Schoolboy error. Cheers, mate.